Hello, viewers all over the world. I'd like to welcome you this to our broadcast today. Once again, you are listening to the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador, and the name remains Olakule Johnson from Nigeria. Broadcasting live on the topic huge announcement. We are launching Cash Flow Center today. We are launching Cash Flow Center today all around the world. But this is not for today. It has happened since uh, 18th of since 18th of August 2017, and this is a good news to everyone that is in this TBC community. The good news, because the cash flow center will help us to be able to have a kind of a rapid networking uh, in growing our community. Someone in Nigeria can buy or pay admin in US via the cash flow centers that are very close to them. And today, when we go into this, you'll be able to understand better. I'd like us to share our screen now so that we can have a better understanding of the topic and understand what admin is saying concerning this. Okay, there we are. And it says, huge announcement. We are launching cash centers all around the world today. Cash centers all around the world today. This happened on the 18th of August 2018. And this very article, I believe, will help as many that do not hear about it before now. And you will have a better understanding here. If we look at this picture here, we have here someone with cash that needed to pay the seller, probably at US or UK or the Philippines. Now, what this man does is to carry the cash, whether in dollar, in naira, in cedi, or whatever, or Japanese yen, whatever note you have, you meet this man here called the cash center. This cash center man here will collect the cash from you, and it's a business. So we add about 20% to the amount you are supposed to pay the seller. And that 20% is his. And here, this same man has a wallet where he has purchased whether Bitcoin, Litecoin, or the Ethereum. These are cryptocurrencies. So he has it in his wallet. This same man will now collect the fiat, the currency you are bringing, the cash in your hand. And then, since he has a wallet that he has already purchased Bitcoin, if he's using Bitcoin now to pay the seller here, he collects the money and pay the seller in Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum, while you are paying him his cash. And then from his own wallet, he pays this seller. And then this seller release your Kringle coin or Kringle gold coin or Kringle golds to you. This is how it works. So you don't need to travel down to America or to Europe or to Philippines for you to buy your Kringles. And that is why this is life made easy for as many that are joining us. Okay, now let's go deeper into the topic. August 18, 2018 will go down in TBC history as one of the greatest day ever. 99.9% of the world's population have not yet entered the cryptocurrency space, and the TBC will lead the way in changing that. TBC is leading the way in changing that orientation and bringing more people on board the cryptocurrency world or cryptocurrency space. TBC by itself is a learning curve for its members. And as time goes on, most of our new members will enter the world of cryptocurrency with TBC being their first experience. Yes, of course, it actually is already the experience of so many that are on board now. The TBC has been the first cryptocurrency for many members, even today. That's the first currency in crypto. It was even after joining the TBC community that people begin to hear about the Litecoin or the Ethereum and so on and so forth. So it has been complicated to bring in new members that have zero experience with cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, because each cryptocurrency has its own linear or learning curve to pass through. It has not been easy at all talking people to believe in the TBC because they have no experience in cryptocurrency at all. Hence, it was a hard nut to crack bringing new members on board. Admin only accept BTC, LTC, and ETH payment of the $10 fee. What are we talking about? Okay, admin only accept, not accept, as a typographical error there. So admin only accept Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum for the payment of the $10 fee. Now that you want to pay the $10 fee and you have maybe Naira, talking about Nigeria, you have Naira with you, admin will not collect that Naira. Therefore, that is why you will need a cash center. When you meet the cash center man, you pay the equivalent to the cash center man, and then he will now send his own Bitcoin to the seller. And then the seller, now, by the time you pay that, that means you have paid your $10 fee. That is for the KCBO maintenance and your wallet, lifetime wallet. You see, now, up until now, new members needed to pass through a couple of learning curves in the cryptocurrency space in order to get started with TBC. Okay, but today, as at 18th of August 2018, TBC launched cash centers around the world so that new members will not have to figure out how to get another cryptocurrency in order to participate in TBC. They can just go to a local cash center to make payments in cash, and the cash centers will have the needed cryptocurrency and know how to complete the global payments. So what are we saying here now? The issue of the cumbersome learning curves in the cryptocurrency space that the members used to pass through in order to get started with TBC is no longer there now because of this recent launch of the cash centers very close to your doorstep locally. With this, you can just meet these cash centers. They have the needed cryptocurrency that you will need to pay admin, and also they have the technical know-how how to fill the all the transaction drop down boxes. They fill everything and then get it done for you. So the cash centers will not be brick and mortar businesses. They are individuals that operate on a peer-to-peer basis in the cryptocurrency world. transactions will be private, and these cash centers are not acting as public exchanges. TBC is a private member uh, only, and we have our own private money called the TBC, that is the billion coin. Our objective is to sign up a billion member over the next year or two. Now, these cash centers do not offer their services free of charge. There is a 20% fee to use these cash centers, which the buyers holding cash will pay. What are we saying here? Now that they have made life easy for you as a buyer, definitely they are going to charge you. But admin has pegged it so that people will not be exploited. So they are going to charge only 20% fee. It cannot be more than 20%. So as to actually have their own game, because they will also connect to the internet, they will use data, and then they also pay for the cryptocurrency they will be using to help you in paying admin. So this will save the buyer both time and possibly money, because it can take a bit of time to go through the learning curve on how to buy the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, and the Ethereum. So, which are all volatile market-based currencies. A sudden drop in the price are common. So, in these cryptocurrencies itemized above, the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, the Ethereum, they're in the market. So they can drop in value. And once they drop in value, then it may cost a kind of a loss in the hand of the cash center person you are meeting. And therefore, the need for them to have 20% fee added to whatever you are paying. And by that, they will be able to cover for their losses. In TBC, no one is permitted to incur debt or loss. Is always gain. Okay, since our motive is to get everyone out of poverty. Okay. It will just be easier for a new buyer to go to a cash center, pay in cash, to participate within our TBC community. 20% is very reasonable under these circumstances. I'm sure you agree with me that under these very circumstances, 20% is a very easy thing, very cheap. And it helps you, it saves your time, it saves you making mistakes while you are filling in. Now, if a buyer just want to pay the $10 admin fee, they will need $12 cash in hand in order to use a cash center. Better yet, if the buyer wants to also complete a purchase of $100 from a TBC seller, long distance from the buyer's location, on top of paying $10 admin fee, the buyer will need to pay $132 cash in hand to complete the transactions. So 20% of $100 is 20, and 20% of $10 is 2. Added to the 10 and to the 100 in transaction, it equals $132. Okay, the math is straightforward. The buyer is assured that the 110 in transaction is paid in full, regardless of the movement in the price of these market-based currencies being used. 20% should be more than enough to cover the fluctuations in price of these market-based coins so that the cash center is profitable. Everybody wins. What are we talking about here? Now, for the admin fee of your maintenance of the KCBO, that is a Bingo Cashback Office, and your lifetime uh, wallets, $10. You will pay 20% of that. That is 12% altogether. 2% now become 112. No, it becomes $12 instead of $10. And then if you are buying $100 worth of Kringle, you also pay 20% of that. And 20% of $100 is 20. Okay, $20. So in that case, when you add the 20 plus the 10 plus the 2 and then plus the 100, all will give you $132 that you will be paying. Why the cash center will hold on to the $20, the admin will collect $10. That means to the admin is going to be $110. So with this 20% or $20 is enough to cover any loss that may be due to maybe fluctuations in prices, and then everyone wins. This is making life easy for everyone. Okay, now we go ahead. Please, it is important to note here that payment to admin must take place within 15 minutes of selecting a coin payment option. And this should be done during the meetup with the cash center and not before. So if you are making your payment, it must be within 15 minutes of selecting the coin. This one will be done by the cash center. Don't do it before. Get there, do your transaction, they are seeing it. You are also watching the cash center processing everything. And within the next 15 minutes that he has chosen, maybe is using Ethereum or is using Bitcoin or is using the Litecoin, whichever is using, the next 15 minutes, you must be able to transfer the money to admin. After 15 minutes, the coin value has changed to too much to accept the amount shown in KCBO. That is why it must not be more than 15 minutes, because during that time, the value has already changed. And that is the peculiarity of cryptocurrencies. Either it goes up or it goes down, except for our TBC that always goes up. So always indicate the process to pay when coin can be delivered online within that 15 minutes window. Okay. As a member of TBC, if you own at least $10 in any of the aforementioned coins, then we will strongly encourage you to register to have your own cash center and enjoy the profits coming out of it. All things start small and then grow. We want to establish a very large global network of cash centers as fast as we can as a community. The more cash centers, the better. Between the 3 send button meetings we now hold weekly, we have about 10,000 viewers per week. If all these viewers open up a cash center, then we would have a strong global network of cash centers globally, right off the bat. That's what I'm hoping will happen. So, for goodness sake, don't hesitate to open up a cash center. Only our members are recruiting globally, and any one of them could be trying to recruit one of your neighbors. So if you open a cash center, you might be the best choice to complete the needed transactions for a 20% profit in cash. So then you have won, you win already. Now, what are we talking about here? Admin is encouraging everyone that is on the platform already to try and open up a cash center, because there's always a profit of 20% for you. As much as people are coming on board and they are registering through you, then you have your 20% profit in cash. So we need to make hay while the sun shines. Okay. Now, fast forward in time and see the vision here. Imagine no matter where a new member may live, there is a cash center just a few miles away from you. To register to become a cash center, your send button on your TBC wallet must be turned on, which means you have paid the $10 fee to admin and are in good standing with the TBC community. Go to the send button area of your KCBO, the Kringle Cash back office, at the bottom of the menu, and click send button and select cash center registration. Fill out the form. You have there, this is how it is. You have the transaction verification, the cookies. Click on the send button. There will be a drop down, and that drop down that you are seeing show you send button in English, send button in French, send button in Hindi. Tomorrow's broadcast, you see cash center registration. There you can register. Now, carefully fill out the form with accurate information, especially the physical address part. We are using a Google Map API, and when you fill in the address, it will pop up some known addresses, and you need to select the correct one in order for the map to work perfectly. Like it says on the form, don't use your home address. That is not safe. Use an address of a coffee shop or some other safe public places to meet near you. The address fields will automatically fill in when you do this the right way. Use find address to engage the Google Map software that will fill the address for you. Okay, we have it here. This will be the drop down. When you click, you have your Bitcoin address. What's your Bitcoin address? How much Bitcoin do you have? How much, like how much of the Ethereum do you have? You put it there. Then physical address, you go here. Then find address, you get that. You fill just as it gives you, latitude and everything, and then what are the major crossroads and other information that will help someone find your cash center. So you do all this once here and then you submit. Now, there is a small box to check before you click the submit button. Integrity is a must. In order to run a cash center, sellers need to have confidence that the cash centers will not steal their clients from them. We all recruit globally, and the cash centers can make this a lot easier for all of us, as long as we can count on honesty and integrity within our community, TBC community. So, even if the buyer suggests that they'd rather do business with you directly as cash center and cut out seller, you must say no. Otherwise, the seller can easily report your abuse, and your sell button will be turned off and will close your cash center. Stupid is as stupid does. Stupid is as stupid does. Sellers, if this abuse happens to you, click on the help desk in the KCBO and open an abuse ticket and report in detail with screenshots of chat sections and such to support. We will then reach out to the car centers and get their side of the story as well as the buyer. Justice will be served. No one lose here, and no shady dealings. You try that, you get yourself in trouble. And this how to do that. Submit a help desk ticket. This how to open the ticket, and then you fill everything. You have the abuse, log in the password, what are the issues, maintenance, migration, and also be specific when you make your complaint, when you feel cheated. We had many car centers registrations before we added the Google Map API. We need all of those members that have already registered their car centers to edit their physical address in order to resolve the map. Just click the link that leads back to the form and fix it. Okay, you can check on any cash center in our system by clicking on your account in KCBU and select make payment with cash at cash center. So check on yours to make sure the map works properly. Here is an example of how it should look. The map allows you to zoom and go to satellite version to see all this. It will look like this, where you'll be able to choose your street and whatever, your location. Okay. Like for example, car center in Concord, California, United States. We have Randy Wilson, and then email, put it there. Then phone number. As put decided to put his address, the Facebook, that's it, the address, so, and then Pets Coffee. That's additional information. So if you own large amount of Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum, you are in a strong position to profit from building a network within our car centers network, and that is encouraged. So you are encouraged to go ahead, get as much of a Bitcoin as you can, or Ethereum or Litecoin. This will help you. So it will be a network within a network, and admin has done the hard part for you. Start with your country and contact all of the registered cash centers and offer to supply them coins to complete transactions. Remember, we are only asking members to have just $10 of any coin to open a cash center, because we want to build up the network as fast as possible. So one by one, contact the cash centers starting within your country and see if there is a way for them to forward money to you, like the PayPal or a mutual bank you both use. If they can easily send you money, then you can be their cryptocurrency supplier. You would get half of the 20%, and then the cash center collects from the buyer as the fee. So that's a 10% profit for both of you. Have an agreement with them in writing to be safe. Once a buyer contacts one of your cash centers in your network and the cash center needs access to your coin, immediately work out the arrangement of how you will get reimbursed. If your coin and the 10% fee that belongs to you before the buyer meets the cash center, then follow the plan exactly. If a cash center is ever dishonest and doesn't follow the plan laid out in a chat or email, then report them as abuse as described above in this article. Don't take stupid risks. Start small with each cash center and build up the trust. Okay. Most transaction should be for $110, and if it is much larger than that, take the necessary precaution to make sure your money is safe, like getting paid upfront before you send the coin. Now, if you own large amount of coins, you should open an account with a major exchanger like Bitstamp. We have it there, which allows you to quickly move coins into US dollars or euros to protect yourself from uh, falling prices in these market-based coins. So most of us that have large amount of coins have already figured that out. But these small cash centers don't own enough coins to be concerned about that. The small cash center should be happy with the 10% they get just for being in location close to the buyer because they don't have enough coins to cover the buyer's need. Suppliers like you are an important part of this plan to spread cash centers quickly all around the world. Just be what? Just be smart. Abundance for all is a great idea, but as you can see, honesty and integrity are necessary in order to transform the whole world into one where we can enjoy this idea. So, abundance for all is a great idea, and that is what admin is looking for. And to start that is this issue of opening cash centers, whereby we can begin to gain little by little, little by little. And so, no one is a loser, everyone is a winner on board the TBC. The honesty and integrity is the wash word. Okay, viewers, I believe you have gained from our broadcast today, and you must understand that what the mind of the admin in setting up this cash center is to make sure that we have easy access to our sellers, and we don't need to go far, don't need to pass all through uh, the hurdles we've been experiencing before. Life is now made easier for us to be able to access whatsoever we want to buy. And this is done by meeting the cash centers very close to you. And one thing is this, we are all encouraged to be careful because it is very easy for you to lose your money at any time. And therefore, be careful. Choose the right cash center. Also, don't pay upfront. Be there and see the whole process ongoing by yourself when it is done. And admin has tried as much as possible to make sure that you are not duped. If you find out that someone is dealing with you, uh, like trying to cheat you, you can report to the admin. And when you report, the same body of that person will be turned off, and then the cash centers will be closed until when it is clarified. So I believe we all have understanding about this, and we need to applaud the admin for taking this bold step of creating cash centers all around the world. And I believe very shortly, all of us will be smiling much better because we would have been able to recruit as many as we wanted, and then it will be easy for us to achieve the aim of bringing at least 1 billion people on board the TBC. And by then, we would have rescued the world from poverty. Thanks for listening, and God bless you. I want to say this again is the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador, and the name remains Olakune Johnson from Nigeria. Just precisely. And I want to say, I love you all. Till we meet again. Thanks. Bye. Love you all.